Hello, welcome back to another clean gaming video. It's been a while, and it feels good to be able to make videos again. So, what am I going to start off on? Well, we're going to start off on PC10. You say, okay, there's a lot of videos. Yes, there are, but not with Xerath. So, Light Dragon. I see a lot of people have him. When I say a lot, a decent amount, not like overflowing or anything, but a good amount. It just nobody uses him. They say, "Oh yeah, he's cool and all, but just don't use him." Use him, okay? He's probably one of the most broken PvE monsters in the game for fast dungeon times. I don't see him in the leaderboards. I don't see him rarely anywhere because people just don't know. So this is a video for people to learn about the amazing potential they have. The rune requirements are a little difficult, but it's just the capability of being able to do this later in the future when you do have the runes. Or if you have them currently and you've just been using the, Trikaru team in here instead of, and running at 45, 50 to a minute. This is on average, I would say I get sets of 10 that are at 19 to 24. It usually does not run anything higher than 4 minutes for a set of 10. It is so fast that your crystals literally disappear. You thought when you ran Raid R5 and you're like, man, it really just destroys your crystals. This is faster, so it's just that much more terrible to your crystals. So if you don't have crystals, this is not the team for you. But if you have crystals and you're like, I just don't know what to do with them, this is the perfect team. Okay, so as you see, turn order goes Xerath first, then the Trikaru start the move. Now, ideally, you want to kill the mid-boss in 3 hits. So the second team up, just kill him. But that doesn't happen all the time. But it does. So you get your 2 Trikaru that move afterwards, and then you have Fire Homunculus. Then your last is going to be Crow. So the reason is to apply as many debuffs on the boss as humanly possible before Crow uses either his second or third skill. They both are based off of harmful effects on the boss or the monster that you're attacking in general. So his second skill is team up with another ally to attack the enemy. The damage increases 20% for each harmful effect that applies, that is on the enemy, and this effect also applies to the target who's attacking together, which can make Xerath do a lot of damage just using skill 1. So skill 3 does the same thing, 50% increase with each harmful effect. So it's nuts, absolutely nuts. So with that, turn order is pretty set. You don't want to go outside of turn order. And that's why you have to have both Ikarus on will. I will not stress this enough. Put them on will for that. For all that is good and holy, please put them on will. And you say, well, why? Okay, so when the boss first moves, so your Xerath will move, hit the boss. He gets a attack bar increase and will attack the dark unit, which is Crow, which you also want on will because he can absorb his attack bar. Okay, so after that, he could either use his skill where it's a single target or an AoE. His AoE also absorbs attack bar, which you do not want. So put your Ikarus on will or it'll jack up their turn order. That is something that you don't want. You will get a fail. Okay? So with that, put them on will. Put everything on will except Xerath. I put Fire Homunculus on double will. I put Crow on will. Single. With Rage. Because I want Crow to do as much as humanly possible in that damage aspect. If I didn't have him on Rage at that point, he would have probably been, 3/4 instead of where it is now. Not nearly as much damage. So every dot counts. So if you get him to, 10% and you have 3 dots, it might kill him. But if you didn't have him on rage and you didn't get him that low, it's not going to kill him. And that's where things can go haywire. I've done both. I've done double will blade on the crow, and it's one slower and surprisingly less consistent. This team is super consistent with just how much raw damage it is doing, to the point where sometimes I have the enemy below half HP before crow even goes. That's crazy. See right here, 22-second average. That's really fast. Makes me want to cry for my crystals. But this event gives you some free energy if you spend energy. It's nuts. So with that, I'm going to go over the runes real quick just to give you an idea. So this is my Hikaru stats. And you say, wow, that's really low accuracy. Well, I have him on double accuracy runes. So the cap for this dungeon is 25 accuracy. Nothing more is needed. Anything else is wasted. So this pretty much brings all monsters to that cap. No cap. So he has good attack, good crit rate. With Xerath lead, it almost brings him up to a 100% crit rate. The second Hikaru is high attack, 100 crit rate with Xerath lead. Too much accuracy. I could spend it somewhere else, but just no, thank you. It's running good. Don't have to worry about that. Double guard, will. All right, now we'll move off onto my homunculus. Double will, blade. High attack, enough crit rate to get him to that 100%. 6 accuracy puts him above that 25 threshold with good crit damage on double will. Next will be Xerath. So has to move first, so good enough speed. You don't need any accuracy, anything like that. Just enough damage to clear the waves. I have him on Rage Blade, obviously. My artifacts, you want to damage on light. You don't need anything crazy. And honestly, I have him on skill 3 crit damage. You don't need that. If you can clear the waves with Xerath without skill 3 additional damage, put it to skill 1. So when Crow or Hikaru's team up and Xerath is pulled in, you're like, oh, I don't want Xerath pulled in because he doesn't apply dots. He just does damage, and not that great damage. This helps with it. So skill 1 crit damage, if you have an artifact that does that, perfect. And now the last monster will be the Crow. So I have him on Rage Will. I have co-op damage, skill 2 and skill 3. And when the boss does hit him, I have that little 9% increase. Not much. I do like the attack increase because the boss will always hit him and always drop his HP below half. So you're getting a little extra damage. I have damage dealt on light. And that's pretty much it. Nothing crazy on artifacts. It's kind of really meh. But they do the job. So what does he look like on his stats? 18, almost 1900 attack. And you say 63 crit rate. That's low, right? No. So him hitting the mid boss and the final boss, they're both light attribute. So he gets that 15% crit rate increase. So he's running at 100 crit rate. So 39 plus 63 is 102. So, I mean, he's over. 61 is the bare minimum that you need for crit rate. Anything higher you don't really want, but not everybody has the perfect runes to get him to that threshold. But overall, we'll finish out this last video segment with just watching how it functions, and you say, why do you keep that? Well, I run interesting teams in RTA. Let's just put it that way. And co-op damage is good. So I run doggos. I did get G2 in Special League, which is cool and all. It's increased my profile. I barely got it, but got it nonetheless. What did I do this one? Oh yeah, doggos, just for pure speed. Lots of fun. If you guys like a video on that as well, more than happy to do that. But overall, this video is pretty much over. I do appreciate you guys coming back, watching my video. I'm going to be doing more Siege content. I am in a G3 guild. I still need to collect my box, apparently. This is the guild I'm in. Very great people. Love the people. Very funny. Oh, man, all the shiny boxes are taken. Well, whatever. We'll go with it. And let's see what we get. Nothing. Oh, yummy. Good stuff. But overall, I'll be making Siege content. So stay tuned for that. But besides that, I appreciate all the support that you guys do. Thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good rest of your day, and as always, stay clean.